Ah! You need a system. Organise your Notion workspace better. That was perhaps too much, but nonetheless, here are some great ways to design and organise your Notion workspace intentionally so your systems serve your goals in a calm, stress-free and productive manner, of course, if you want. I mean, it's up to you. Hello everyone, welcome back to Better Creating. If you are new here though, I'm Simon. The channel is all about simplifying creative life with videos on productivity, intentional living, and quite a bit on using Notion to organise your life. Now you might enjoy my recent video on ways to speed up your workflow in Notion, but in this one, we're going to talk about great ways to use the form and function of the Notion system to better organise your life. Number one is begin with databases and dashboards. Fundamentally, designing your content around master databases and dashboard views in Notion is key. This is a great way to collect and archive content in one searchable place, but also create more simplified views of it where you need it most. You can do this by using filters in separate views through what are called linked database views in a designed dashboard. To do this, you simply type /create linked database, select the database you want to show, and then filter it to limit what you see in that database on that view to organize things. This is great for something like notes or notes dashboard. I've created 3 views here on my notes dashboard and filtered them to show only the live notes that I'm using, or priority notes, or ones that haven't been given a notebook tag are simply kept in my inbox system for quick capture and then organising back into the system. Now the other great advantage of databases is that you can use the sort function. I also tend to sort my content by choosing a column that I want to set importance with. For example, a simple list of tags can be sorted in descending order based on how you input them into the system, or you could sort by date created, and that keeps stuff in that order. Here, for example, I could order all my journal entries in a list view by sorting them by date created. Creating multiple database views to sort and view content effectively, I can have a board view, for example, of journals entries to see them by type, or a calendar view to view things chronologically by due date or creation date, and so on. Tip number 2 is template your system. Trust me, build template pages in your databases to prompt regular work tasks. I use it for things like journaling or writing content. It could be essays, revision, videos that you create, whatever. To do this, hover over the database, click the arrow next to the blue New button, and then click Add Template. Build the page you want to use regularly and save it. Then, when you want one, you can just click New, select the template you want. And for me, this has been a great way of building a prompted Stoic journaling template or creating project templates in my content creation dashboard that help me clean out the kind of steps to starting from a blank page. So they give me all the tools, all the things I need in one place. It makes life so much easier. My favourite is definitely my video scripting template. It means I have all the tools I use regularly to hand, and I can insert filtered database views of linked content that I reference for fast access. You can also hide column lists in database pages to simplify your page views, just like this. It's great if you don't like to see all the columns listed at the top of a page and to clean out the view that you want to be working with each day. Tip number 3, use aesthetic codes and layouts. So, coding your workspace aesthetically to help navigation is brilliant. I use emojis and a focused colour scheme. It really does help quick processing of information as you look at it. So 2 good examples of this are here, how I've coded my main homepage dashboard by colour depending on whether the action is about collecting information, actioning things, setting goals, and so on. You could also make a menu of emojis that match your key page icons to allow you to build a quick look understanding of what goes on where, like I did in that last Notion workflow tips video, so check it out. The next big thing that I do that's changed how I use Notion is just dividing pages into columns. It's a great way to organise the view of content on wider screens. You just select and drag material up next to the stuff above it until you see it can drop in. You drop it in, make sure everything is either in a left or a right column. Now, if you want to view it on a mobile, you need to be aware that stuff is read down the left column and then down the right one if it's 2 singular columns. So to manage my dashboard, what I've done is put full width dividers. So as soon as you hit a full width block, that will stop that read down the column and start again. So it's a great way to section off your dashboard so that when you view it on a mobile, it all stays in the right order. If you want to go a step further, you can add your own custom logos and emojis to really theme the workspace personally. I added, to be honest, a simple YouTube logo to my content creation dashboard, but linking projects together by logo is one of the best ways I've found to minimize the friction of navigation and kind of quickly making sense of what links to what. Notion Workspace tip 4, condense your content. Toggles are your friend. I love toggles in Notion. It's ridiculous. Not only are they a great way to clean up a dashboard or a homepage view, they're an excellent way to hide large calendar views or databases until you need them, or to organise longer documents into accessible information when you return to them. You just type /toggle, drop whatever content you want into that block, and there it is. Toggles are also great for managing things like research and particularly like study notes and revision. So for example, you can write a question to yourself in the title, put the answers as you've learnt them below, and then it's a way of doing active revision. So you can just look at the question, answer it for yourself, open and check your answers. Thanks Ali Abdul for that brilliant tip. Organisation tip 5, connect and link things. So use the relation function to link database contents so that you can reference it to others. So a great example of this would be linking a tasks database with a project database, so they all link, or perhaps a knowledge bank, a database of ideas and collected things with the content or notes that you're creating or writing. It's pretty simple to do, but it can look very intimidating to a new Notion user. But give it a try. To do this, to relate a database, just add a column to a database, click on the title and change it to a relation, then set the database you want to relate that to. Once you've done this, you can then click on the column of an entry and connect it to one in the other database. Now this is a fundamental building block for my GTD Getting Things Done task management system and how I link tasks to projects. And it can be extremely helpful when combining a project page with a filtered view of the task database by that relation. So if you take, for example, Better Creating, I would take a database view of tasks, see all my tasks are linked to database. I could then filter that by the related project, Better Creating, and I would only see tasks for that project. If you want to learn more about how to do that, check out my video on building a productivity system for creative people, a full guide on how to get started with just that. Or you can just download my complete Notion template and it's all done on bettercreating.com. If you'd rather, I'd just like to offer the fishing rod as well as the fish. There's a full Workspace tour video on that system, on that template, if you want to see it too. It would be fantastic if you left a comment before you go. It would be awesome if you subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you on the next one. Now go and get organised. I mean, if you want, it's entirely your choice.